All right. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. Peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. This is Brother Kabari from the Indiana camp coming back at you again with another sit down. All right. I don't know exactly what I'm entitled this, but it's just basically a rant, something what I see a lot of brothers and I've been seeing on social media and different other platforms. I'm pretty sure brothers. It's like, hold on. It's lucky. I'm pretty sure other brothers had seen it about the whole Druski thing. Druski, going out IUIC, doing the whole, kind of remind me back when Mike Epps. I don't know the other guy who was with him, but it was Mike Epps, another guy, and it was a chick that was recording about a couple years ago. More than a couple years ago, like over 10 years ago. They had did uh um they had kind of did something like that, where they went out, you know, dressed up in garments, and kind of made mockery of it. And then basically this just reminded me of that. But I watched Apostle Tahara's intake on it. It was just spiritual because basically we were feeling the same spirit. He was like, hey, listen, it's publicity. All publicity is good publicity. You know, you got to think this truth is, like, matter of fact, let me grab it. This is Second Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. It says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. You see? So, and I'm gonna pair that one with this one. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. It says, for what if some did not believe? It says, shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yet let God be true, but every man a liar. As is written, that they might be justified in thy sayings, and they might be overcome when thou art judged. See? So listen, them making fun, them doing this, and on top of that, uh uh um Druski has a pretty decent amount of following. He has millions and millions of people following. So that video, I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen that video. So it's either gonna do one or two things. It's either gonna, wake up, it's gonna reach the people, then start inquiring. Well, what's he? People that didn't get it, people that been like, oh, what's this about? Who is he mocking? They're gonna do some research and then they're gonna listen to what things that we got to say and be like, oh, okay, and then what they eventually probably wake up and be potential members of the elect, or guess what? Are they to the 2/3 are just gonna make fun of it? Get judged, get sealed, and it just solidifies that they're not part of the number. All right, that's all that's gonna do. You see, so that's why Apostle Tahar said, "Listen, all publicity is good publicity." Because it's just gonna make our job that much more easier. You got to think when this word gets preached on all four corners of the earth, as much publicity that we get, as public as this thing is known, it's gonna help seal the faith that much more faster. You know, so which me personally, I believe that, man, everybody has seen us out there. We've been out there on the internet for going on 20 years. What, 2007, 2008. That's on going, tomorrow. What, next year is 2006. So yeah, going on like 18, 19 years. So YouTube is only about almost close to 20 years old. So, and the Apostles been on there, and I think Nate was on there before the Apostles was on there. So really, to be honest, I don't know exactly what what year YouTube came on, but um Nate was on YouTube before the Apostles. So really, to be honest, yeah, so-called, what they call it, Black Hebrew Israelites, which we don't, us a Great Millstone, we don't claim that Black Hebrew Israelite name. We just say, hey, listen, we're the Israelites. You know, yeah, we even say, yeah, we are Hebrew Israelites. But we don't claim Black Hebrew Israelites. Because black is more than just a color. You know, they use black for so-called African Americans, but listen, African Americans is just one tribe out of 12. You see? And then on top of that, you might even have a so-called African American or so-called Judite. I ain't gonna say so-called, which is real biblical name is Yahweh, which we interpret it as Judah. You know, that's the so-called African American that you want to go. You might even have some of those Judites looking like Edomites. You see? So when we see things like that being done, especially if you're a seasoned brother, me myself, I'm pretty seasoned in the truth, So when you see stuff like that, it doesn't really really doesn't ruffle your feathers. It really doesn't get you mad, get you out of character. It just, it's first of all, it's publicity, like I said, and then second of all, it's just basically sealing their fate. Matter of fact, let me grab this right quick. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 4. It says, for all the I'm gonna get verse 3. It says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. And let's look at the word incredulity, which I already know it means unbelief, but let's see what hold on. Incredulity, yep, disbelief, a state of being unwilling or unable to believe something. That's beautiful. It's unable to believe, Isaiah. Uh it says incredible something. It says to something, so yeah, like I said, disbelief, unbelief, unable to believe something, and that unable to believe something is what the 2/3 are not gonna believe this. Matter of fact, they don't want. Not only do they don't want to believe it, the Lord has blinded them, which that's a good one right there. Let me grab that. Um, yeah, the Lord has blinded them from seeing the truth, so they can't even get it even if they want to, you know. So what? 2/3 of our people, when they seen that video, and they mocked, they made the fun of, and they like, oh yeah, look, that's exactly how they be, you know. They don't understand ultimately what they're really sealing their judgment, you know. And the scripture says what? Be not curious on how the unbelief shall perish, but be curious on how the how the believers should be saved. So 2/3. Listen, we don't understand. We don't really care how your end outcome gonna be. We understand that what you gonna definitely be destroyed. That's definitely gonna happen. But how you gonna be destroyed? Whether it's by this, by that, whether we gonna see it, whether it's gonna be publicity. Listen, we don't give that stuff too much of attention. So the ones who made they fun, the ones who poke fingers, laughed at, just like you did back in the ancient world, made fun of us. Hey, remember about how many children was it? Was it 3 children? 3 children and let me see, can I grab it? Yep, this is Second Kings chapter 2 and verse. I start from 22. I'm gonna start from 22. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Alyssa. It says, which he spake. It says, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came 4 little children. It was 4 of them, 4 little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, go up, thy bald head, go up, thy bald head. And he turned back and looked on them, and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods and teared 40 and 2 children of them. It says, and he went into thence the mountain Carmel, and thence he returned to Samaria. See? So listen, man, hey, that's beautiful, man. See? So Alyssa, what? He prayed, he cursed the kids that made fun of him, that mocked him, and saying, go up, thy bald head, go up, basically just making fun of him. And what did the Lord do? He sent 2 she-bears to fucking devour them children, you know? So listen, y'all can make fun of us. Y'all can say we wearing dresses. Y'all can, y'all can do that. But best believe, listen, y'all gonna have a strict and horrific judgment behind all that. The ones who's making fun, And it doesn't matter if you're doing it to our face or behind our back, because guess what? The Lord, He hears all of that. He's keeping record of all of that. All right. So leave y'all nasty comments. Make y'all videos. It reminds me of that one guy. I forgot what's his name. But he's a so-called up and coming comedian, which the guy whack as fuck. I heard come over stand. He whack as hell. He ain't really making too much fucking money off the shit. If he making any money. But you know how social media scripture say what folly is set in great dignity. So shit. I guess everybody can be a fucking comedian nowadays. But anyways, he was saying about you guys, he talk with a real raspy voice. You guys ain't making no money. You guys ain't making no money. How come my kids read off books? You guys just out there on books, and then this. You guys ain't making no money. You guys is broke and this. And I'm just listening to this guy like fucking comedian. But guys like that, they gonna die horrifically. These are the type of people who the Lord just doesn't just kill. He takes niggas down strategically. He takes them down to like where they just lose every fucking thing. He might take this, if this nigga married, he might take his wife away from him. If he got kids, he might take his kids away from him. However sort that may be, whether she leaves him and takes the kids, or whether they get in a horrible accident and he loses them. You see? Or he might lose his mama or his parents or whatever, or a loved one that he has. And then what? He get blackballed on the internet. Now everybody don't fuck with him. He getting so-called canceled. Now he can't make no money. Now he's homeless, living on the streets. Then that's when the Lord gonna kill him. Then that's when he probably gonna get a fucking disease or something, cancer or something, and just slowly eat away at him. You see, hey, Scripture says, man, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hand of a living God, man. The Lord know how to get you down, man, bro. I can't even put it in words. The Lord know how to break you, man. He can break you to the most common denominator. You see? And guess what he's going to do? While he's breaking you, guess what he's also going to do? He's going to put in your thoughts all the times you made fun of the prophets, all the times you had shit to talk, all the times you had something to say. Proverbs says what? They delight in their scorning. All that stuff all that smart, slick comments that you made, what? The Lord is going to bring that back to your remembrance. And then you're going to be like, damn, I should never talk shit. I should never said nothing. I should just kept my mouth closed. You see? What was I finna get? Oh yeah, I was going more on this. Back in 2 Ezra 3, it says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee; let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, and speak against thee." See? So listen, just because you people don't believe, or y'all make fun of, and y'all make videos like that and shit, I don't feel it really don't bother us, man. It really don't bother us. Actually, matter of fact, like the first scripture I brought out, I said, listen, there's nothing you can do against the truth, man. The truth is out there. So the more you talk about it, the more you make videos about it, that's just helping it spread even more. And listen, we're already content with 2/3 of our people not getting it. 2/3 of Israel is not going to understand the truth. They're not going to get it. It's only meant for 1/3. All right. If you have 3 slices of pie, take 2 slices. That's majority of the pie. That's majority of the pie is going to be destroyed. And the scriptures already says what? Israel is as of the sand of the sea. So what? That's a lot of death. That's a lot of cutting off. So a lot of our people is not going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. So when we see a lot of people talking shit and that, listen, we understand. You're just part of the 2/3. You're just going to be destroyed. We'll see you back in the kingdom. That's what type of mindset we have, man. We don't, we can really care less. We can really care less on all our people getting it, man. You know, if we really cared about every single Israelite understanding and coming to the man, we'll be here fucking forever. We'll be here forever. Um, this is John chapter 9, verse 39. It says, and Yahushua said, it says, for judgment I have, it says, I am coming to the world, I am coming to this world. It says it says that they which see not, it's like it, that they which see not might see. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 4:4. It says, whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh of Yahweh, Slakia. Let me click on this because I'm words is getting mixed up. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna start from 3. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hidden to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. See, so the God of this world, this present world that we live in, has blinded our people. All right, but it says what? The gospel is hidden to them that are lost, man. Us of the know, we understand the gospel, we understand the truth, and we completely accept it. We accept 2/3 of our people being destroyed. We accept with America not having an end date, with the heathens being up under our feet, with us have to go through Jacob's trouble and missiles hitting this place. We accept all of that, all right, because that's the truth. That's what's going to happen. But what 2/3 of our people, they don't understand that. They can't see that happening. They literally, you tell a person America's going to be destroyed, they literally think they'll look at you like you're the crazy one. They'll look at you like you're the bugged out one, or you're the insane one. For you telling, hey, listen, man, the Lord's not happy with this place, man. He's going to destroy this place. Instead of them taking heed and actually like, damn, really? Let me go do my research on that. They're like, man, that's not going to happen. Whatever. They've been saying it's the end days since, But like I always said, man, we're going to see, man. We're going to see who was right and who was wrong at the end of the day. All right? When all's said and done, we're going to see who was right and who was wrong. So that's all I had on this segment. Like, Lord will help this video is edifying for you brothers out there. Keep pushing, stay strong. Until next time, Shalom.